Hi Pisces, this is Joanna from Tarot with Joanna, here to do another reading. Hello, hello, hello. So Pisces, in today's reading, I am going to give you two of the Denise Lynn Oracle cards, going to do your reading and then clarify it. So let us get started. All right, Pisces, so take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is going to be for Pisces, for their highest good spirit. All right. So you have crossing bridges, a time for healing, connecting, mending, and releasing. So I do feel like you're going through a healing right now. I feel like you're letting go of a lot of emotions that you held in. So I do feel like that is big right now. So, take your time with it and just release as you go, okay? Whatever it is that you have to do, release it. You may be feeling emotional, try to stay grounded, stuff like that. Keep yourself in high spirits. You have the traveling lightly card and it says simplify your life. Yes, definitely. Make things easy for yourself. Try not to, take on so much more than you should, is what they're saying. All right, so let's do this. I'll start with this one. All right, so Pisces, take what resonates with you and leave the rest. This is for Pisces. Spirit. One for the current. One for the situation. One for the past or now. One for the what's hidden. Oh, okay. One for the hopes and fears. They're just coming out here. One for what you need to do now, what you need to work on, okay, and the outcome. Wow, okay. And so at the end of the card, you do have the Eight of Swords. So the Eight of Swords is talking about like really taking off that blindfold and seeing things for what they truly are, okay? Really, because you could be feeling like you're stuck, or you could be feeling like, there's something there that you just don't want to see. So really take that blindfold off, you guys, okay, and really see things for what they are. All right, so you have the Six of Cups here. The Six of Cups is talking about being very nostalgic, thinking of memories. You could be thinking about your children, could be thinking about just good times in general, thinking about the past. Remember it's okay to remember, but think of good things, okay? You have the Seven of Wands here for the situation. The situation is that you really need to let other people help you. You really need to ask for help when you need it. You really do. You also need to stand up for yourself when you need to. But we'll see more why it's here. You have the Nine of Cups here for the pastor now. I feel like you need to step back into your accomplishments. You need to be content and be very grateful for everything that you have, okay? Because I just feel like you just need to have more gratitude. I feel like you do, but I feel like you're just not seeing all the accomplishments that you have done in your life. All right. Then you have the Queen of Swords. Wow, the Queen of Swords is up here for what's hidden. Really stand up for yourself. Really speak what's on your mind also, Okay, Pisces. You have the Hangman down here for the hopes and fears. I feel like you're waiting on something. Could be a message, could be an email, something like that. But I feel like you're waiting on something. You have the Four of Wands up here for what you need to do now. Move forward. Really be happy and just move forward, okay, on things. Stop staying still. Stop, like not wanting to move forward, okay? Really try to move forward. I feel like you definitely are going through a healing, but I feel like you're going to be moving forward on this, something. You're just moving forward. You have the Death card here. Death card is talking about that you are going through this huge transition. You are transforming to a different person. You're no longer the same person that you used to be. I feel like there's a lot of changes that are going on in your life, that you're dealing with. Interesting. And then you have the Eight of Cups here for the outcome. You are definitely leaving a lot of stuff behind. You're going on a new path, a different path here, Pisces. Wow. Okay, well, let's see what's going on, Pisces. Why is the Six of Cups here for Pisces? Take what resonates with you, Pisces, and leave the rest. Wow. All right, so you do have, so you start off with the Six of Cups, and I feel like you are definitely going through this healing. You know, not only do you have the card here, but you're definitely going through a lot. You know, you're reminiscing about a lot of old times, your childhood memories, also your children. I feel like you're really thinking about your children, but definitely just thinking of the past. I feel like you're going through a healing. I feel like there are times when you don't, oh, you came into your own reading, Pisces. Look at that, the moon card. I feel at times you don't see things clearly. You know, you're not really seeing a lot of things clearly. Maybe you're just not seeing what's ahead of you. You know, you're trying, you know, because you're waiting on something, and something's keeping you from really seeing, you know, the future about something. I feel like you need to trust your intuition and use your intuition also. With the Queen of Cups here, the Queen of Cups is talking about really taking care of yourself, nurturing yourself, and also setting boundaries of things that are going on in your life. Like, you know, set boundaries for yourself, you know, like for people around you. Like, you know, it is okay to say no at times, and it is okay to not do something. Okay, so really set the boundaries. Okay, really nurture yourself and love yourself. You know, you're a good person, Pisces. You've done everything for everybody. You really have that, you know, that love for yourself. You know, stop thinking in the past that you could have done this or you could have done that differently. You know, it's done, it's over with. Just keep going forward, okay? Because you know, you put on a lot for yourself. You know, you feel like, you know, sometimes you feel like you're a burden. Sometimes you feel like, you know, you're always asking for something or something like that is here. And I feel like you need to love yourself more, you know. And I feel like you're always feeling a lot, you know. And I feel like take care of yourself, okay? Really take care of yourself. You're going through a huge healing, going through a huge transformation, and things have changed a lot for you, and you need to take care of yourself. You have the Seven of Wands here, and why is the Seven of Wands here? Wow. So you do have the Seven of Wands. Really stand up for what you believe in. Stand up for yourself, and really let other people help you at times. Okay, when you know, even if it feels like, oh, I could do it myself. No, you know, really let other people be there for you. And it doesn't really need to be anything with help. It could be that, you know, you just need somebody around you at times, you know. I feel like you still hold on to this Five of Cups about things that have been going on in your life. I feel like you've been disappointed, and you know, you really want things, but you've been kind of disappointed in things, you know, everything that has happened. I also feel like you sometimes you have a regret about everything that you've done, you know, that you could have done it differently, you know. And I feel like you need to try to leave that behind, okay? Because you hold on to that very tightly, and they're asking you to really let it go. I feel like you need to trust yourself also, you know, and try to let go of the past and all the past mistakes, if any, that were there. You do have the Queen of Swords here. The Queen of Swords is talking about really standing up for yourself, really speaking your mind, you know, saying things, you know, what is on your mind that you want to speak about. What is it that you need to defend yourself about, you know, really start standing up for yourself, okay? Because the Queen of Swords, she don't take nothing. She doesn't sit there and wallow. She stands up and starts talking about what she needs to talk about, you know, and that's you, Pisces. You have so many feelings inside. It's time to talk to whoever's around you, your loved one, whatever. It's time to speak your truth about things. Okay, speak what's on your mind. You do have the Nine of Cups here. The Nine of Cups is talking about that, you know, you've accomplished so much in your life. You've done so many things, you know, be content with everything, okay? Have gratitude with everything also, and it'll take you a long way, you know. Good things are coming in, you know, just be happy, You know, that's what they want you to do. Wow, very nice. And I do believe it's now. I do believe that you will be like that. You will be happy and content. Um, you have the Queen of Swords here. Why is the Queen of Swords here? One more card. Wow. So you're definitely going to be moving forward because you do have the Knight of Wands here. You know, the Knight of Wands, but you start off with the Queen of Swords. So you're very strong-willed. You know, really speak your mind about things. You know, what's going on and what you don't like and what you do like. You know, don't keep it to yourself. It's time to speak up about things. Also feel like, you know, you are definitely moving forward from, you know, a lot of things that were bothering you. You know, but be careful. You know, try not to move too quickly on things, especially your commitments or anything like that. They're asking you to try to balance everything out. You know, your mind, you know, your health, your emotional state, and the things that you're doing. Really try to balance everything out. You are very divinely guided. Also, you know, you are being watched by the divine. But I also feel like you need to find your patience with things. You know, because sometimes you're in a rush. You know, just slow down, have patience for things, everything that's going on. And then you have the Hangman in the hopes and fears. And I feel like you're waiting on something. Why is the Hangman here? From a card. Yes. Yes, definitely. You are definitely waiting on something. You look at her, she's like waiting, like, oh, am I waiting? You know, you also have the Hangman here, and that's like waiting for something. Right? You're just hanging around, just waiting on something. You know, it could be some kind of message that you're waiting for also because you do have the Eight of Wands here. You know, some kind of message, some kind of email that you're waiting on. I feel like you're frustrated and tired sometimes on a lot of things, but you feel like you're going to still keep moving forward no matter what. You know, you try not to let everything bother you, you know, because there is a lot of change coming in and there are going to be messages coming in for you very soon because it's going to come in quick before you know it. Wow, very nice. You have the Four of Wands here, and why is the Four of Wands here for Pisces? One more card. Wow, look at that. All right, so you know, you are definitely going to be moving forward, which is very nice because you need to move forward from all this past that you're holding on to, this negativity, you know, whatever it is, move on from it. Okay, you know, go with this healing, but move on from the past. You don't hold on to it because you need to. Okay. But you're definitely moving forward. There could also be celebration. There could also be like celebrating some kind of marriage or proposal that's going on around you, or somebody is getting proposed or something around you. That's what I feel. The Justice card is here, and things are going to balance out for you, which is very nice. Also, too, I feel like there is a lot of truth that's coming out. Also, I feel like you're seeing a lot of truth. I feel like justice is here. I feel like karma is here, you know, and I also feel like things are going to balance out for everything that you need to. Like everything that you want is going to balance out for you. So it's good. Just really speak your truth about things, okay? Because you really need to. Also, too, I feel like when the Emperor here, I feel like you're going to be able to make decisions clearly the way you want to because you're going to stand strong. You're not going to let nothing hold you back. I feel like you're going to be doing your own thing, and I feel like you're going to be very confident in everything, you know. I feel like you're feeling strong and confident, and you're going to be able to handle anything that comes your way. So it's very nice. Step back into your power and be that leader that you are, okay? Because you truly are a leader, Pisces, okay? It doesn't matter what anybody says. If you're emotional or if you're doing this, you know, you're doing that, you are a leader. Remember that, okay? You're very strong-willed. You can handle anything. And you've been through everything. So just know that. You have the Death card here. And why is the Death card here in the what you need to work on? Wow. So you do have the Death card here. And there is a lot of changes that are coming through. You know, you're going through this huge transition. Like you're changing. You're changing things within you, around you. You know, things are not the same anymore. You know, it's like you've grown up and you're doing things differently, which is very nice. I like that. You know, but you still need to go within. You really need to clear your mind, okay? Because you're going through this huge healing also, and along with this transformation. And you really need to take that time to just take clear walks for yourself, really go within and meditate, you know. try to focus on things, okay? Because I feel like at times, sometimes you're not really focused, and you're very disconnected with things. And I feel like you need to connect again. Connect with the outside, connect with Mother Earth, connect with, getting grounded. Maybe start exercising or doing yoga to get your mind off of other things. Because I feel like, you are a leader, but you're in your mind a lot. You're worried about things, you're waiting on things, and you really need to leave that, okay? And then you have the Eight of Cups. And why is the Eight of Cups here for Pisces? One more card. Wow. Okay, so you are definitely leaving something behind, okay? And they're saying, you're going in a new direction because you're going through this huge transformation, this healing. That's all that you're going through. You're leaving. You're leaving a lot of stuff. Nothing is going to stay the same anymore because you're leaving it. Okay. They want you to know that with the Lover's card here, just trust the process on everything that's going on. Okay. They're asking you to trust your inner power, to trust your intuition, because Pisces, you're very intuitive. You're very strong. Just trust the process on everything. Trust yourself is what they're saying, okay? Trust yourself. Find that inner courage. Access your inner power, because you know who you are. You know that you can handle anything and do anything, okay? So it doesn't matter what you leave. Whatever it is, it's going to lead you to something better because it's going to put you on a different path, So it's very nice, very good. Just make sure you go within, okay? If you can't just take time to like meditate, clear your mind. Go outside, without your phone, without your tablet, and just look at everything, just clear your mind because you really need that, okay? And it'll help you in the long run. Take care of yourself, Pisces. Don't neglect yourself. Take care of yourself. Put yourself priority, okay? All right, so Pisces, I hope you enjoyed this reading. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you next time. God bless.